Question 1. How do I move forward after an ALF setback?
I think what you should think of in mind when you look for a home, there are certain homes that have floor plans already established. We find that the older the home is, the less likely that they have architectural floor plans in the county records. And to get those floor plans, there's a bit of investment in it, anywhere from, like 3,000 to like 7,000, depends, to get the floor plan. It's an architectural floor plan. When you get to the change of use process or part of your licensing roadmap, that's when that floor plan would be required. And sometimes companies take anywhere from, 3 weeks, sometimes even 6 weeks to give you that plan. So if you find a house that already have that architectural floor plan already in place, it will save you that money and it will also save you that time. Now, one way you can, even as you're in the process of purchasing the building, you can contact your records department, your city records department, and you would ask if they have the floor plan in records for this particular address. And if they have it, they'll send it to you. Sometimes they may be able to just email it to you. That's the easiest route. Other times they'll tell you there's a fee for that, pay the fee, and then we email it to you. Other times they'll say, go to this site, create an account, and then request for it. Other times they'll tell you we don't have it. It's not part of our records. Sometimes too, even depending on the type of plumbing system the building has, you may be able to find the floor plan from the health department. Let's say if you have a septic system, which I don't recommend, but it's not a deal breaker if you have the right septic size. Sometimes the health department would also have some aspects of the plan, not the entire plan, that you may be able to use.
Question 2. How old is tooled for an assisted living facility property?
Under the 2000s, sometimes there aren't any floor plans, but sometimes we found homes that, were in the 70s and they have the floor plans. It depends on how organized the city is and how they've been able to preserve their records. But under the 2000s, you may have issues, but it's not always, if that makes sense.
Question 3. How do I build referral relationships for my assisted living facility?
I would start going out to your local hospitals. You can even come up with business cards. Of course, they're going to be your business cards, but then you'll go out there, you'll introduce yourself, and you walk in giving your business card, your name, your phone number, your email. For now, you should create your business email, even if that changed, but it's an email you have access to, until you are actually up and licensed, and then you can start building those relationships with the people that you're meeting. I would target the nursing homes, the rehab centers in the areas you intend to buy, the big hospitals, sometimes right there in the ER, there's usually someone that works there. They're not really a medical professional, but they're like a customer service person. I would network with them because sometimes families come in overwhelmed and mom got this, mom got that, but they know this really nice lady who's opening an ALF. Perhaps you could be a great resource. You could share some information with them, and just like that, you got a potential lead and you didn't have to pay anything for that. I would start networking with placement agents in my area, just calling and say, hey, I just want to introduce myself. I'm so-and-so. I'm looking for, things like that. And then having a relationship to where you could even start your customer relation system. You put all of those contact information, you put them in a Google spreadsheet, and you upload them. You can every year or every holiday, happy holidays. And just like that, you're staying top of mind. But I think when it comes to people shady in this business, grow some thick skin. Not everybody is as real as they pretend to be. Even though there's a lot of abundance out there, not everybody have that mindset. Even for me, for example, there are other the consultants that have called me that have said, oh, do you mind sharing some tips on how to deal with that? I don't mind sharing that. I reached out to a particular someone for a particular thing, and they were like, why would I teach you that? Why? And I'm like, if I pay you, you'll gain money for it. Like, why would I teach you that? Okay. It shows you the mindset. And so when you know that, don't take it personally, because we all captivate a certain type of mindset and abundance will flow through. But then again, be wise. I have another client that have one of her clients had a stroke, and the client went to the emergency room. Client recovered, and the case managers in there was trying to steal her client to send the client to a nursing home. And so, it's like, if she wasn't educated, know how to speak with the family members, she would have lost that client. So, you have to be wise even when you're open. If you have a facility doctor, unless it's a true emergency, don't send your client to the ER. And if you have to send your client to the ER, do you have a staff member that can go with the client? So those are things that are going on in the industry and people don't really talk about, but we all know these things are there.